Hi, my name is Sydney, and today I'm going to be talking about the optical illusions YouTube video. So pretty much every waking moment of the day, your brain is taking in millions of, if not more, electrical impulses from your eyes, and your eyes translates these electrical impulses into the physical world and creates functional 3D reality. So everything around you, pretty much. This is also kind of goes with spatial awareness. So spatial awareness is how we make sense of the world and perceive three-dimensional objects in space. So like how far away they are, how big they are, where they're at in the room. We utilize this every day. You know, if you're trying to pick something off a table, your brain is using spatial awareness to see how far away the object is from you, or if anything's on top of it, and things like that. As I said, space is 3 dimensions, and when it comes to how our eyes see the world, these 3 dimensions aren't always equal, and our eyes are prone to being tricked. Our brains have to make sense of a 3D world using a 2-dimensional picture, because when our eyes see something, our eyes take it in as a 2-dimensional picture, but our brain makes it into a 3-dimensional picture. Our eyes also flip images, and our brain has to use visual cues to flip those images back and make sense of them, and organize these images correctly. So one of the first optical illusions the video talked about is the red circle illusion. So pretty much in the video there was like a black box with 2 sticks in there, and on these sticks was 2 red circles. One circle is bigger and farther away, while the other circle is smaller, but it's closer to your eyeball. Both of these circles appear to be the same size because our brain has limited visual cues. And because the smaller object is closer, they appear to be the same size. But if we had more visual cues, maybe our brain would be able to decode that and figure it out. In order to create a 3D space, you also need overlapping objects, a horizon line, and things interacting with it accordingly. So like the example they used in the video, they showed a picture of like a road with trees lined on it, and they showed how the trees, as you went further back, they overlapped with each other, and they also were higher up on the horizon line and got smaller. So this helps our brain understand that the trees farther away are farther in the distance, and that the trees closer to us are like in the beginning of the line. This is also linear perspective. So that's when things meet at a horizon line or a vanishing point. So like, let me think of a good example. I don't know, like a landscape. If you're trying to draw like a house and a tree and a person, you're gonna want to make the house the biggest thing, and then the tree, and then the person. Or if the tree's bigger than the house, who knows, you know. But making things go with like the vanishing point and making it make sense is how you create more like realistic images, especially with art. The video talked about how the discovery of the concept of the vanishing point really revolutionized art in the 15th century, because prior to that, art was really flat and 2-dimensional and didn't look really realistic. And then once they found out about the vanishing point, that's when, like, I guess like an artistic revolution occurred, and yeah, things started to look more real. The art got a lot better. Another optical illusion that was talked about in the video was Ames window. So Ames window appears to be turning normally until it gets to a certain point, and then it stops and then goes back the other direction and spins. The guy in the video who was showing the illusion or whatever, he put a like piece of paper through the window and was like, see if this was going to change anything. So when you put something through the window, it seems after it gets to like that first spin, after it gets to that point, it seems to go backwards. So yeah, they also thought that the reason this illusion was so, I guess, impactful or jarring, I don't know, was because we live in a world where we see rectangles in our everyday lives. So they went to like rural areas and showed people there who I guess don't see rectangles as much in their like everyday life. They showed them the illusion, and it impacted them just as much as it does people that live in like cities and urban areas. Um, so yeah, that's not why our eyes see it that way. It's because the window is built in such a way that no matter how it rotates, the longer edge of the window is always going to be bigger in the back of your eye than the smaller edge. So the window always appears to be spinning away from you because of these visual cues. I thought this video was really interesting. Yeah, thank you.